On a clear Tuesday morning in September, nearly 3,000 people woke up believing it would be an ordinary day. They drank coffee. They kissed their families goodbye. None of them knew this would be the last morning of their lives. At 8:46 a.m., the world stopped, and nothing has been the same since. September 11th, 2001. New York City stood calm beneath a blue sky. Inside the World Trade Center, thousands had already begun their workday. Firefighters shared breakfast. Office workers stared at computer screens. Parents made plans for dinner that night. Far above the Atlantic Ocean, something was already in motion. At 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 slammed into the North Tower. Fire burst across the upper floors. Debris fell from the sky. At first, many believed it was an accident. Inside the building, phones rang endlessly. Smoke filled the stairwells. Those trapped above the impact zone realized the truth. There was no escape. 17 minutes later, the impossible happened again. At 9:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 175 struck the South Tower. This time, the world was watching live. In that moment, America knew. This was not an accident. This was an attack. As shocks spread across the nation, another plane reached its target. At 9:37 a.m., Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon. Smoke rose over Washington, D.C. Airspace across the country was shut down. America was under siege. But one final plane was still in the air. Passengers aboard Flight 93 learned the truth through phone calls. They knew what awaited them. So they made a choice. Let's roll. At 10:03 a.m., Flight 93 crashed into a field in Pennsylvania, saving countless lives. In New York, the nightmare continued. At 9:59 a.m., the South Tower collapsed. In seconds, it was gone. A massive cloud of dust swallowed the streets. At 10:28 a.m., the North Tower followed. Firefighters and first responders ran toward the danger. Many never returned. By noon, the skyline was forever changed. Nearly 3,000 lives were lost. Millions were left in shock. Families searched for loved ones who would never come home. The air was filled with silence, dust, and grief. But September 11th did not end that day. Security changed. Borders tightened. Wars began. The world entered a new era shaped by fear and loss. This was not just an attack on buildings. It was an attack on humanity, on ordinary people living ordinary lives. We remember not for fear, but for truth, for the heroes, for the innocent lives lost, and to ensure that this day is never forgotten.